Hi, it's me, Karen, the Journey Girl, coming to you once again from up here in back of the beyond in Ferry County, Washington, where it is still a cold, late February day, and still looking for comfort food. So today we're going to be making my Marvelous Meatloaf. Now, I have heard it said forever that the only meatloaf people eat is their mothers. And that might be true because this is how my mother did it. This is how I did it. The only thing that I do different than my mom is I put in half a cup of grated carrot, which just makes it more nutritious, adds a little sweetness to it, adds a little bulk. So we're going to get going now. I have 2 pounds of ground beef. This is 85/15, which I think is perfect for this. To that, we're going to add this half cup of grated carrots. I have a half a cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. In it goes. Excuse me. Sorry about that little coughing jag I had. I got a little tickle in my throat here. It's awfully dry weather up here. So after I put in the 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs, I'm putting in a 1/4 cup of finely chopped onion. Get it all in there. I have a half a cup of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We're just going to sprinkle that kind of evenly over the top here. Helps it to mix in easier if it's all sprinkled in nicely. Here I have 1 large egg. Basically all I did was just break the yolk and give it a couple of stirs. Set this aside. Now and here is my secret ingredient. This is the topping for my meatloaf, and this is the same topping that my mom used, and I just absolutely love it. It is 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So I'm just gonna stir that together till it's nicely combined. Meatloaf is not only one of my favorite meals, but I like it because it makes the best sandwich in the world. That's absolutely my favorite sandwich is a cold meatloaf sandwich. I know it sounds kind of basic, but it is. Okay, and if you're wondering what kind of ketchup does she use? And no, I'm not getting paid to say this. In my opinion, this is the only ketchup that I would ever use. So now we're going to go in, get this all mixed together. So you're going to roll up your sleeves. And do you know what the most important tool is that you have in your kitchen? I know the answer. Your hands. Nice, clean hands. So here we go. You got to get in there and do it. I guess some people would use a big old spoon or something to combine this, but honestly, because you really want to squeeze this meat mixture back and forth so you get everything incorporated really, really well. Almost there. You need to take your time when you're getting this put together because you don't want to have a clump of onion in one part of your meatloaf and a clump of carrot in the other part of your meatloaf. You want it all mixed into really carefully. Since meatloaf is just such a basic dish, but there's not a lot involved in making it, so you got to make sure that you're doing everything to the best of your ability. Now here's my secret. I take about 1/3 of this sauce and I pour it into the meatloaf. It adds incredible flavor, helps to keep it juicy. So we're back to mixing again. Always done it this way. And I've been making meatloaf for a few years now, more than I'd like to admit. Couple more turns around, we'll get ready to put it in the pan. There, I think that looks good. See how well combined everything is? So I have a 9 by 5 loaf pan. And here's a little trick too. I made a sling for my meatloaf. I took a sheet of aluminum foil, folded it into thirds, set it in my pan. This way, when the meatloaf is done, I don't have to struggle to get it out of the pan. I can just lift it out like that and put it on a platter. So that's a little trick that works very well. So now we're going to put this in, squish it down so there's no air pockets. You know, serving this with some mashed potatoes, ooh, and a nice green salad. Gonna be a real treat for dinner tonight. There. Just a little bit more and we're good to go. All right, this is how it looks here in the pan. I'm just smoothing off the top a little bit. See how that looks in the pan? And here we go. We're going to spoon the rest of the sauce over the top. Smooth that out so it's a nice even layer over the meatloaf. Oh, this makes such a nice, sweet, tangy topping here. Oh, so yummy. There we go. Now this is going into a 375-degree oven for 1 hour. Then I'm going to take it out, let it rest in the pan for about 10 minutes. That gives the juices a chance to reabsorb into the meatloaf, making it nice and moist and tender. So I'll see you in a little over an hour. All right, well, this meatloaf baked for 1 hour at 375. I took it out of the oven. It's been resting for 10 minutes. And now we're going to take it by the sling and put it over on the platter here. So, here we go. There. Now we got a couple of options here. Actually 3. If it's just you and me at home, we can leave the sling on like this. You can also take a knife and just cut this. Easy peasy. Or, actually what I should have done first is just taking a spatula and just, you know, pull the meatloaf off of the foil. But anyway, here we are. We have one gorgeous meatloaf. And it smells absolutely divine. It smelled absolutely divine in here while the meatloaf was cooking. So if my videographer can hand me a cookbook over right behind there. So if you enjoy this video, you know what to do. You hit that subscribe button, like it, comment, and then if you want more recipes, you can go to www.thejourneygirl.com. I also have a cookbook for sale on my website called The Journey Girl Cooks. And this meatloaf recipe is in his cookbook. So please enjoy. And until next time, journey on.